Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10 and support the channel at the same time. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and we finally got through all the Guilds of Ravnica previews and set reviews and all that, and we're in that quiet time now as we go through the holiday season. The next big set doesn't come out till January, so maybe we actually have time to play some Magic. So I thought we'd play some Magic Arena today. Now, just a few days ago, the reset happened for the open beta. So I lost all my cards, as we all did. My decks are gone, all my cards are gone, so we're back at square one with some pre-constructed decks, and I do have a few tokens just because I was playing with some early pre-constructed decks, just trying them out. Other than that, I haven't really done anything since the reset. So I thought today we'd have a little fun and try to win with these 5 decks. Can you win with these 5 pre-constructed decks is the question. Well, we're going to try them out. So we'll look briefly at a deck and then we'll go ahead and play a game, just see what happens for fun. What could go wrong, right? Let's see if I even remember how to play Magic now that it's been weeks and weeks and weeks of making Magic videos, but not actually playing the game too much. Alright, so let's look at the first deck. We'll begin with Graveyard Bash. Now, I have not played this deck yet, so fair warning, I don't know what's in here either. Alright, so what do we got here? Skullduggery, I do like that. Digraph Ghoul, Doomed to Center, Walking Corpse, okay. So, I mean, nothing. Oh, there's Death Baron. That's interesting. 2 copies of that. Murder is good removal. I don't know. There's some decent cards in here. Obviously, it's not going to be a tight, like, constructed deck or anything, but it could be fun to try to play with. Gravewaker. Okay. Sure. 25 swamps. All right. What do you think? Want to give it a try? See if we can win? All right. Let's go back out and play. And I had used Arcane Invention. I tried that one out, and I tried out the red one and the green one. I have not played the black or white ones yet. Mainly I played the red one because all my achievements for the week, all my token things were cast red spells, so I just wanted to get those. Alright, yep. Sounds good. Let's go for it. And play. So, let's see what happens. Now, the problem is, you go into the ladder matchups, I might be up against another one of these decks. Maybe that'll be more of a fair matchup. Or I could be up against some standard deck. That's very possible. So, the little bit I played since I've been back on after the reset, I played a lot of, like, Boros, like, standard style decks. I don't know if I would go full on and say they're completely standard builds, but some, like, Boros tokens decks and stuff, which people are trying to brew for standard. So, we'll see what we get this time. Okay, our opening hand, we have 2 lands. Doomed to Center. Yeah, this is definitely a keep. We have 2 plays, and hopefully we'll be able to get to our 3rd land. Opponent goes first. We're on the draw. Hey, we have Yargle. Okay. All right, so let's keep that and see what happens. All right. Swamp. Maybe they're playing the same thing we are. That would be kind of nice anyway. Either that or this is going to be like a full-on zombie deck, and they're just going to destroy us. Okay, well, it's not a pre-constructed deck. We know that. So this is a true brew of some kind. And we do have a play. Might as well start off with Doomed to Centaur. Even though this is a 1-1, I mean, I could have played the 2-2, but I almost want to throw this out here and just see if it's going to die. And then we would get a 2-2 out of it. Or we could be up against a 3-3. When this dies, if you control Vraska Planeswalker, you gain life equal to its power. That's from the Planeswalker deck. Interesting. Okay, well, that's good. Not amazing, but it's good. I mean, I could put down the 3-2. Also flash this into play and surprise them. Yeah, let's do that. I'll pass the turn. If they attack in with this, which I would imagine they would, we'll just flash the 3-2 in. The Higher Blade isn't that great of a card. Alright, when this dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Sure. Now, I mean, they should attack, but they could think they're going to run into a combat trick. The only thing is I only have 3 black mana. They could actually think that I don't have anything that I can cast, possibly. But I did think about it, and now I'm telegraphing it because I'm not clicking past the attack. But they still attacked, so that's fine. I think this is actually a good trade for us, even though they're both 3-drops. I mean, the economy is not anything amazing, but I think that card's a lot better than this one. So, there you go. We're still behind, though. So I could do one of two things. I could play the 3-2, which is fine, I think, or I could just run out 2 2-2s and try to go a little wider. I think I'm going to do that. Well, I don't know. 3. If I draw a land next turn, then I could play 2. Well, regardless, I can play 2 each turn. I can play either 2 this turn or 2 the next turn. So let's just do that. If they want to attack with a 3-2, I'll just block with a 1-1 Well, I don't know. I could block with a 2-2 and get rid of it. It would be better if this died with nothing else on the battlefield, so they probably won't attack into it without another creature. Ah, interesting. Rhizome Lurcher. Okay. So I could block it, give it a counter, making it a 4-4, which right now I don't have a great way to deal with a 4-4, but I don't have a great way to deal with a 3-3 either. But you know what? That's fine. I'm going to block this and do this now instead of later. Then we just have 4-4 to worry about. We haven't lost any life yet, so fine. If we can draw into a murder or something wonderful. Alright, we didn't draw any lands. What is this that we did get, though? Oh, that's actually a decent card. Okay. And no, we will stay back. So if they do attack for some reason, I don't know if they will want to, but if they do, I think we just give up these 2 and just replace them with 2 other creatures. Okay. It's a cantrip for them, which I don't know if they really need the mana as much as the cantrip is probably going to help them. Oh, alright, there you go. Murder that, sure. So now if they attack, I mean, I'm trading everything. They didn't, though. Okay, this or Yargle. This looks a lot better. When this enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life. Let's do that. So a 3-4 flyer, it's going to at least start to put a little pressure on the opponent if they don't have an answer for it. And we also get some life swing. There's nothing wrong with that. We're not going to attack into that 4-4, so there we go. Our follow-up play is Yargle. Return our creature from graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, well, my. Okay, sure. So, Vraska is just going to destroy that. Alright. We have to get to Vraska, though. 2 loyalty. Which we can technically do if we run all our stuff in. Huh. I think I kind of have to do that. We can't really leave that on the battlefield. They can block 1, but Vraska's still going to go away. And then I think I'm just going to run Yargle out there. Yargle is kind of annoying because I don't think there's anything in this deck that's really going to enhance it, like give it evasion or something. So it's not going to do a whole lot other than be a big dumb creature that slows everything down. Okay, now it's a smaller dumb creature that slows everything down. 7-1. They don't have any cards. Well, hang on a second. If we take 4 here, we're at 19. They're open up to take. Yeah. Because this is -2/-2. Okay. They have no cards in hand, so they're not going to play any other creatures. Let's just take it. I could have blocked it and gotten rid of the thing, but you know what? This time we actually have the advantage. So we're just going to attack him with everything here. Puts him down to 8. We can play... I actually think in some ways this is better because it actually can do damage without getting by. And it's going to make combat a little more difficult for the opponent. So let's just play that. And we still have some good plays like in our hand. Alright, here's another one of these guys. 3-3. So they're coming in with a 4-4. I could take another 4 and it wouldn't really hurt anything. Problem is my attack is not going to be great unless I draw a removal spell. I'm going to take it though. Here's my thought. We haven't drawn one of those murders yet. Maybe we'll get lucky. Skullduggery. 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 What can we do with this? Could play it here, making that a 3/3 and that a 2/2. Be nice if we could get by with the Argle, but obviously we're not going to. Let's just go to combat. I'm going to attack in with this. That's going to do 2 to the opponent. The opponent's going to think I'm just trying to get the 2 on them. They're going to block. We'll Skullduggery. Target creature you control. Target creature an opponent controls. There we go. Now we got a follow-up play as well. And depending what they draw, they get another creature. That's not a bad one. Okay. This would be nice if we could get there. Okay. So this opens up. If we hit in with everything, they go down to 4 automatically. I think they're dead because they have to block here. They have to block here. 2, 3, 4, still going to hit them. Yep. I'll attack. They lose 2. And we win. So we did it. We won against a actual deck. That was a Golgari deck. I don't know like how balanced it was and all that stuff, but that was a no fooling around Golgari deck that we were able to beat with this deck. So hey, not bad. So the black deck checks out. You can actually win a game with it. Let's move on to the next one and see what happens. All right, so back to decks. I was pretty happy with that, actually. That was decent. So we got some tokens. Okay. Let's go over to decks again. What's the next one on the list? Now, the green one I did play one game with. I kind of liked it because you'll see here, you get a couple Llanowar Elves. I love Llanowar Elves. Druid of the Cowl, not quite as good, but still lets you ramp. Some good 2-drops here, actually. And so then you have some Blanchwood Armors in here. Those actually were decent for me in the one game I played. You get to your higher end stuff down here. That is very, very playable, especially as the game goes on. If you can ramp into it, it's wonderful. So I actually kind of like this deck for, a pre-constructed deck. It's nothing amazing, sure, but yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. So that's going to be the next deck. Let's play. Switch this out. Forest Might. Yup. Let's go. Can we do it again? That's the question. All right, we'll find out. We'll find out. So, hopefully, what I like to do, if you'd like watching this type of thing in the future, let me know, because I can actually do more once I get more cards and stuff on my account. Maybe we can try to build a real standard deck at some point and play with it and try it out and see, especially once we kind of get into the new meta and everything. Could be fun. So, yeah, if you'd rather not watch gameplay videos, let me know that too. But, all right. Got Liliana again. I don't remember the name of our opponent, if it's the same person or not. But, all right. 3. I mean, no ramp, but we do have a turn 2 play. We have this even maybe sort of could be good in our hand right now. That Ore is interesting. I'm not a big fan of those kind of spells, but yeah, you know what? This is very keepable. The opponent's still deciding, it looks like, but yeah, we'll keep this. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to have a Llanowar Elf, but there's only 2 in the deck, so, that's not going to happen probably very frequently. See what the opponent did go down to 6. So we will see. Scry to the bottom. Green again. Maybe it is the same opponent. I don't know. I didn't catch the name. Okay. If they remember us, they'll be surprised. 2 green. All right. Okay, so we're getting lands. It's actually pretty good. I mean, if this is the same opponent, I like this start anyway for us. Well, they got something they can do, so that's worth noting. They hesitated a little bit. Could be someone just playing the same deck as well, although it's a little surprising if they don't have a drop. I imagine they gotta have a 3-drop. Yeah, maybe it's just the same deck. It's very possible. What was that? When this enters battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. That's actually pretty decent. Put a land card among them you may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped, put the rest on the bottom. That's not bad. I mean, we have lands right now, so I'm not super concerned about it. I don't want to waste a Rabid Bite on that. I mean, I could just play this, but I don't know. Again, it feels a little wasteful, but I don't want to do nothing either. I mean, the other option is we just play the Rejuvenator. I don't think it's really doing a lot. So I think I just do this and attack. Ideally, holding that would be maybe better, but we do have a 5/4 on turn 3. They're chumping with a 2/2. I mean, maybe they have a trick. They got 1 green, but I guess not. So, yeah, I think that's as good a play as any. I could have held off. I could have played the 1/1 and maybe found another land, but again, we don't have to fix color. I have another forest in my hand. Now, next turn, if I don't draw a forest, I'd be maybe more interested in playing that card so that hopefully we get one for that 5-drop. That would be ideal, but we'll see what our opponent does. Okay, a 3/3. So they're behind us right now. I mean, we can just, and we got another forest. All right, so we could keep making them chump. I could Rabid Bite, but I don't want to waste that. I feel like we just play this guy on this turn and we just go ahead. Let's attack in. Now this is also a 6/5. This thing's getting bigger. Yeah, nice to have this on something with evasion or something, trample, but, it is what it is. Okay, they want their board state, so they're taking the hit. We're just going to do this. Okay, so what did we end up losing? Just that. So that's perfect, because those would not have been fantastic draws for us, even though it would help the Blanchwood armor. So we'll take the forest. Wonderful. That goes right into play. I actually should have done that first. I was thinking it went to my hand, but I wasn't familiar with that card. But yes, if it goes into play, we would have attacked him with a 7/6, maybe done 1 more point of damage, or enticed them to block. So, yeah, we could have done that better. That's why it's good to read the cards. Reading the cards is good. All right. So they hit us back now. They got their own Blanchwood. Thing is, they will probably just hold off. We can Rabid Bite that, though, and that's going to hurt them real bad. They're debating whether they want to attack with this. I mean, if they do, we take the 7. We're winning that race. I mean, or I could block it. I don't know. Is it worth? I mean, the 1/1's not really doing anything. It's 1 more point of damage, though. But it doesn't really matter. Especially if we can hold on to the Rabid Bite and surprise them with it. Yeah, that's aggressive, but I think we take it. I mean, let's just do this. Combat. Puts him down to 5, and then we play this. So now, as long as they can't just straight up kill our 8/7, we can Rabid Bite their blocker and probably be fine at that point. I don't really think... Can't really think of something that could really take us out if they're playing the same deck. They do have 4 cards in their hand, though, but only 4 lands. So it looks like maybe they're a little stuck on land. And they could have some big plays. But they need blockers. And they're not going to have at least one of their blockers, most likely. Yep. All right. That's that. Okay. So we did it with green. Okay. We got there with black. We got there with green. Let's keep going. All right. Can we keep this train rolling? So at least that was a little more of a fair matchup. I mean, we're playing the same deck. It looked like just a mirror. So it just came down to draws. We could have played it slightly better, like I said, with that 1 card, but I feel like we did pretty good there. Okay, let's switch it out. Let's go to Dragon's Fire. Now, I played a lot of this deck. I mentioned before all my tokens were cast red spells, so I played this like 3 or 4 times, and I really had a hard time with this. My draws were horrible. I don't know if I can blame the deck. I didn't even look at the deck list before I played it. I assumed it was going to be a quick red deck, and there's a lot of top-heavy stuff, so maybe I was making bad mulligan decisions. I don't know, but I was getting just either mana flooded or no mana, like one of the two. So I think it could have just been some bad luck. I don't know if it's any worse than the other decks. And you can see here, I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it doesn't look like it should be all that bad, right? As long as you can get to, the problem is you need to get to 6 for this deck to really like take off, which is not what you would expect, right? From a red deck, you typically think this would be like low curve, but it's more of a big red or like mid-range deck. But anyway, let's see if I can win with it. This is the one I just had the most trouble with. Maybe I'm just a bad red player. I don't know. Red is one of those colors that people, I think is easy to play, but it's really, I think, the hardest maybe, or one of the harder colors to play. Like playing a mono red aggro deck, I think is a lot harder than playing a control deck, at least for me. I love control, maybe that's why. But I always feel like when it comes to mono red aggro, making the decisions when you can attack, when you don't attack, that type of thing is difficult. See, these are the kind of hands I was getting, and I don't love them. Like, 4 mountains, okay, it's going to build towards this higher end stuff, which is super important, but I don't have any low drops, and I'm going first. Like, maybe this deck isn't designed to have a lot of low drops. I don't know. So, I'm going to keep it just because I have such good payouts, and I'm just going to cross my fingers and hope this time that I actually draw into maybe a 2-drop this turn or something like that, just to have some board presence while I'm working towards the 4-drop. And I don't know, it just depends on our matchup, too. Green, okay. Oh, this might be a Merfolk deck. All right. I love the Merfolk decks in this game. I built 2 of them each time. Of course, the reset happened. Obviously, they're gone now, but I did enjoy playing with them. They can be quite quick. If this is a true Merfolk deck, we're already out of this. Yeah. So someone went ahead and put this together since the reset, I guess. So that's awesome for them. Not great for us right now. But the trick to these decks, if you want to beat them, like coming out of game 1, if you're not sideboarding, you need to have some kind of like board sweep type spell. Or you're just going to fall behind too quickly. So, and I don't think we had a board sweep that I noticed in this deck list. So I think this is going to be the end of our win streak. But at least you get an idea what this deck's supposed to do. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Maybe we'll cast the spell. So next turn, we do have a 4-drop that's sizable. I mean, it's not bad. It's not going to be great against this matchup, though. It's going to be overtaken pretty quickly. Sure. Set past turn there. Yeah. See, that's the thing with this deck. I mean, maybe we should have mulliganed. If we were playing against another, like, one of these decks, I think we might have been okay. But I mulliganed these 4 or 5 land hands before with this deck and then really couldn't get anything to happen because I couldn't get enough lands to get to these 6-drops. So I went ahead and kept it this time. All right, we can't just keep taking a beating here. We'll just block, take 3 more. Put a 5/5 out. I mean, the only thing maybe that helps us out here, if they don't have removal, I mean, some of these decks will run negates or a bounce spell here or there. Sometimes you'll see one of the green removal spells, but like a fight spell. But if they don't have that, they're just going to keep crashing their Merfolk into me. And that's not necessarily a bad strategy because they're going to, if they lose the 4/4 and they get by with a 3/3, I just took 3 more damage. All right. So it gets tricky with the lords because they don't want to lose the lords. But I am down to 6. At some point, it's just not going to matter anymore. Split Flame deals 4 damage to target creature when it enters the battlefield whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control. You may pay a red. If you do, Return it. Okay. So I can blow up something. Is that good enough right now is the question. It's not bad. I can blow something up this turn, and then I can dragon and bring this back next turn. Again, I feel like it's a little slow, considering we're at 6 life, but it's something. So now they have a weird decision. Like, if they attack in, they don't want to attack in with both. They really can't attack in with one. So, yeah. If they attack in with both, I block the Lord and I take 2. If they attack in on their own with the hexproof creature, then I take nothing. They do have 3 cards in hand, though. So, yeah, we stopped them from attacking. Did we stabilize? No, we kind of stabilized. Okay. So, we got to play our lands. I don't know how this is going to work. I assume I'll just play this and it's going to alert me to the Spit Flame. Yeah, I'll play the Spit Flame. I don't want to decline that. How do I do it? Do I just pay the mana? Thank you. All right. So they're in the same position. I can attack. I mean, granted, it would be bad if they were able to remove something. We don't necessarily lose, though. But I think I just... attack with a 4/4. Keeps a 5/5 back. Next turn, I can blow up the other Lord. Wow, did we actually kind of sort of get there? I'm just going to blow this up now. What do I got here? This can be a flyer. 2 damage. I'm just going to play this. Here's the plan. Our opponent seems stuck. I think we just got to get super aggro. It's a tad risky, but we still have 6 life, and they haven't done anything really the last couple turns. And with Sure Strike, we might be able to... Well, we should be able to win regardless. But I was going to say, next turn, even if they did have some blockers, we might be able to win with Sure Strike. But we do have the 4/4 flyer. But even if they block, let's say they put another creature down on the ground, they're not dead next turn, but they are because of Sure Strike. Wow, did we pull this off? Did we just pull this off? Attack for 2. What could they do to us? I'm going to take it. I mean, they're playing blue-green, right? What can they do? Kind of find it odd, though, they would attack with that, because now they're just dead. Wow. All right. 3-0 with these decks. I guess they're not so bad. We beat a Merfolk deck. That Merfolk deck seemed to be maybe getting too many lands, so they were having some trouble. But, all right. There we go. Moving on up to Bronze Tier 2. So, 3 down, 2 to go. The next one... What's the next one? The white one was last... Oh, I can click. I have to click to continue. My bad. All right, let's see. So that was Dragonfire. Oh, yeah, the blue one. Okay, so I did play this one once. And I kind of liked it. It has some control-ish elements. It's really an artifact sort of kind of matters deck. It's got some Psi. How many Psis are in here? I actually got Psi in the last game. There's only one, though. Water Nuts, Scholar of Stars. I mean, you have these little kind of awkward artifacts, but then they make other things better. Oh, there's a Zahid in here. Zahid, Djinn of the Lamp. That's a cool card. 3 air elementals. I mean, you could win just in the air, maybe, if you're lucky. And that's how I won last time, with just some flyers. All right. I think, yeah. Actually, did I win? I don't remember if I won with this. Yeah. Let's go. Can we do it? So, I don't know. I mean, these decks are holding their own. I'll give them that. They are not tight decks by any means, any stretch of the imagination. We did get one kind of mirror matchup there. But the other two have been against more constructed decks. Not necessarily standard builds or anything, but, again, constructed decks. So, that people actually sat down and thought about and put together. So, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so what do we got here? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. We get a Water Knot. Wow, these things are high end and don't do a whole ton for us. But hopefully they'll be 5/5s because we'll have a blue creature. Yeah, I think this is a keep. It's not an amazing hand, but again, with these decks, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, we are in the play. That's kind of nice. Going to help us get to that 3-drop relatively quick. We'll just see what our opponent does. I mean, if they are playing a real deck, we're in trouble. If it's a mirror matchup, maybe we're okay. They have something they can do for 1 mana, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably are just playing this deck. You can have a pretty quick start. Oh, ooh. I didn't even see that when we were thumbing through the cards. Yeah, that could be good. Okay. That could be good. I mean, they could Water Knot it. I think the best thing to do is not overcommit with that. Try to get them to draw out a Water Knot. They got 6 cards in their hands, right? There's a good chance they have a Water Knot. If we can play something. Now, if they have like one of those Scarecrows, we're getting hit for 2 already. So this deck can feel a little aggressive. But if they don't, well, we take 1. That's not the end of the world. Yeah, I think I hold the Tempest back a little bit. Let's take our 1. All right, fine. You got us. Good, good, good. All right. They got another play, it looks like. Oh, okay. I chose not to play that other play. All right. Turn late on that, but that's okay. 2/2 flyer. Yeah, let's play this. This is something that some players, not all, but some players might actually burn a removal spell on. Because they just, do they have a counter spell? What would they have in this deck? Should have looked closer at our deck, huh? I don't know. I don't know what they would have. I know there's a bounce spell in here. At least one. It's kind of fun to play these decks blind, though. And you're pleasantly surprised when a good card comes up. Okay. They got something, though. I mean, unless they're just playing on manual, they could be. Probably is the smarter way if you're trying to be, like, competitive. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be good for them. But it's going to slow them down a lot early on. I think they attack here. I mean, they got the boost here. So you attack. Oh, they don't attack. Interesting. Okay. So I would say attack with that. So we're going to attack. Because I'm not playing an instant or sorcery this turn. I'm not going to Water Knot that. Right? So I don't want to play this out yet. I want to wait for a good time. But I'm going to play this out. Okay. What I want is for them, best case scenario, they have a Water Knot and they start to panic that we're starting to build ahead of them with a 2/2 flyer and they throw it on there. So I'm trying to lure that out of their hand, but I don't know. If we don't see it soon, I don't want to just sit here and do nothing. Optimally, oh, there they go. All right. We got a Water Knot for that, though. All right, so that's good for them. They think it's good for them anyway. We did draw a land, but that's okay, because now we actually have something to do. Because I'd say I play one of these, that would definitely get a Water Knot out of their hand, if they had one. And I think we're going to fly. I'm going to hang this back. I mean, I don't know if the opponent would actually block it, but we do have some cards in the deck that care about having an artifact, so right now, it's our only artifact. Granted, we have more that we can cast. Maybe I should have just attacked. But, I mean, probably no reason to go super defensive with this, especially if we get their life total down a little bit. Okay, yeah, they get one of those too. If we get their life total down a little bit, then they might be a little more aggressive if they do have a water knot in their hands. You know, maybe I'm playing around that too much. I don't know. I really wish we drew something there, but we didn't. Okay. 3-3, and those aren't great plays. One thing we could do, I mean, I could play this out. I could play it out. If they got a water knot, they got the water knot. Well, we got time to think about it because we're going to go to combat first anyway. All right. And if they don't have the answer, they're in a lot of trouble. If not, we play this, and what did we really accomplish? I mean, we could double block that or just take the 5 and snap and crack back. But if they play another creature, then we maybe can't crack back. You know what I think, though? Here's the play. We play this. If they don't want to lose their 5-5, they water knot if they have it, right? They water knot the 3-3. And that way, we're in a bad situation is what they're going to think, right? So, the other thing we have to be weary of, if they have a bounce spell, they could bounce their Tempest Gem back. That would be no good for us. So, we got to watch out for that too. So, we don't want to play too slow here. I think we probably have to commit. They also can draw cards. I mean, the longer we wear this on, the more frequently they draw, meaning they could actually have an answer. So, I think we have to start committing. I was playing a little careful, but I think we have to speed it up a little bit now. Okay, and I got a flyer now too, so that's going to gum things up. So we got to get more aggressive. That's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it. I think if they had a water knot, we would have saw it there. I think they would have tried to hit back a little bit. Okay, there you go. Boom. Let's gum up the ground some more. Boom. And don't have any good attacks here, so we won't be attacking. What we don't want to see is another like 2/2 flyer. Or even a 1/1 flyer. Just because they could easily buff that with an instant or sorcery. Because you can do that. Well, an instant it would be in that case, but whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. They're drawing cards, and they still have 4 mana. So this is bad for us. If we don't win fast, we don't win this. So then they hit the water knot. So there you go. What I was afraid of happened. Now, if I played this sooner, before they got the water knot, maybe I could have got by for 5 damage or something like that. So maybe I played this too conservatively. And now we're just facing a gummed up board state. Now, if I were to attack here, say the Flyers trade, say these even trade, I'm going to lose, say, the 3/3. I get by for 2 damage. This is not good enough. So, you lose too much. You don't have any follow-up plays. But if we don't win quickly, we're going to fall to card advantage. And that's a big problem. They have 3 cards in their hand. They can draw another one right here. They got enough lands. So, I mean, they're golden to draw and play. That's bad for us right now. So, yeah, this one's getting away from us a little bit. Yeah, I mean, they can still play an air elemental now. A good chance they probably have one too. So, another water knot. Okay, well, I'm not sad about that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. And okay, that's all you're going to do. That's not the end of the world. They're not attacking. Now we get an air elemental. Interesting. And they just kind of burn this. I don't know how many water knots are in this deck. I'm going to assume 2, though. That helps. Okay. But they could very well get their own air elemental shortly. That's another issue. So, yeah, this game's getting real gummy. I assume we have one of those in our deck, too. Where is it? We don't have a lot of land, though, which isn't bad. We have enough land. But if we got one of those, we'd want to give some more lands. What's our opponent going to do? 5 mana. I mean, if I can get this 5/5 down, there's a point. Disperse. Yep, okay. Saw that coming. I can replay that immediately. Now it just trades with our air elemental. Well, I know we have another water knot in the deck. Problem is they're just seeing too many cards. That's what's beating us right now. That's not what we want to see. All right. Let me put this down. On one hand, I burn, like I just trade, like offer the trade, Air Elemental for the 8/4. Good news there is those are the 8/4s off the board, probably not coming back. They don't have any mana on tap, no tricks to worry about. That might be the smarter play considering they're seeing cards faster, because what I'm afraid is going to happen is they're going to find an answer to our Air Elemental and just hit us for an 8 later. So I think we do it. I don't like this line because I don't want to trade basically the only way I have to put damage across. But by offering this trade, I think that card's worse for us later in the game, especially because of their card advantage. The second they can do something to our Air Elemental, we're getting nailed. So let's try to take that off the table. Now, they're thinking about it. It looks like they are going to do it. I think for them, even though I know they're at 14, I think they should have taken the 4. I don't know what's in their hand. But take the 4 with the assumption that eventually they're going to outrun us, right? Like, okay, that's a little annoying now. So they're going to start gaining life. Okay. I'm afraid we're going to start hitting lands too. We only have 6 lands on the battlefield. We start hitting lands and they're drawing 2 cards a turn. Disperse. What can this do for us? What can this do for us? We can get ours back. Yeah, I think that's what we do. I think we just do that. We don't have to, well, I was going to say we don't have to telegraph it, but I want to play this turn. So, okay. Let's just do this now. Okay. It also buffs this. So that's good. I think the only way to really stay ahead of this is to get aggressive. So we're going to attack with this. We're going to attack with this. Make them make some choices. They could trade 5/5s, or they could just try to get tricky here and trade. They could chump block. Probably no reason not to chump block, right, at this point. But let's make them make a decision. Probably should have done this before returning the Tempest Djinn to my hand, just so they didn't know that was going to be coming. So we probably could have done that a little bit better, but... Alright, so they are just going to try to give us a couple things for this. I'm not sad about that. Alright. 2 2s. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We 3 for 1 them with that 5/5. Okay. And let's play this. Drawing the cards. Drawing all the cards. I mean, I'm just waiting to see an Air Elemental. I think there's 3 in the deck or something, right? This game's going long. Last time I played with this deck, it went long, too. It doesn't have a lot of ways to actually get its damage across, even though it does have flyers. Okay, well, there's that, I suppose. That was only a matter of time. So now they got a 5/6. So again, we're in a weird situation. Like, do we trade with it? Do I try to get my other water knot and just tap it down? They're now coming in with the 5/5. So I could double block it. I mean, the economy, not great, but I don't know. Or I could just take the 5. I don't know what the right play there is. I mean, get the 5/5 off the board, but I don't have a lot on the ground to do either. You know what I mean? So it doesn't feel like it matters too much at this point. They 2 for 1, but we 3 for 1 last time. Everything seems pretty even. Now I got 2 random creatures to play. All right. I'm not going to run this into the 5/6, even though, again, I'm a little more worried as the game goes on that something's going to happen to my flyer more than their flyer. But if I can just hit something, like just a water knots or even another bounce spell or something, we'll be in better shape. Like, I don't know. Bounce spell probably won't do too much, though, because they still have the 2/2 they can chump with if they want to. This one is just dragging along. I didn't realize our opponent used timeouts, but they must have. Now they get another flyer. So that could even jeopardize the 4 toughness if they have an instant to play to pump this on our attack, right? So it gets even more awkward. Now they're emptying their hand. Wish there was something in this deck just to push damage through, like to have a big turn. That's interesting. You know, if they're going to offer a trade, I'm all for it because they right now have the advantage. I'll trade with you. Okay, that gets interesting. Air Elemental. Again, I don't know if I would normally do this. If I thought that we would come out on top of this exchange, I would just hold back. But because they're drawing so many cards, I think we have to be aggressive. So we're offering the trade for the 5/6. They accept. Little do they know, we have a 4/4 coming in behind. Now the problem is they still have 3/3 power toughness in the air that actually could go up. And they haven't put out any air elementals yet, I don't believe, right? So it's only a matter of time before we see one of those. And then where are we again? Back to square one, right? And the problem is they're seeing so many cards. I can't believe we lasted as long as we have, honestly. If we could hit some of our card draw spells, maybe we could pull ahead. But it's just not happening for us. Which is cool, right? Okay, so here we are. I'm going to hold on to that in case, I mean, they don't have any discard spells, I'm sure, in blue, but, all right. I attack in. I think I have to, though. Again, I can't play this slow. I played too slow at the beginning of this game, and because we never were able to catch up with card advantage, it hurt us. They just took it. I mean, okay. Sure. Like, I mean, it's not the end of the world for them. But we need something. I don't know. I don't know what's even in this deck that can really help right now. Ouch, okay. There's that, I suppose. We have one of those, too. Mm-hmm. They're offering her trade. I don't think there's any one drop. Oh, are you going to attack with that, really? No, you don't want to attack with that. No. No, you don't want to do that. I don't even know if they want to attack with their flyer. I mean, I'll trade. That's not what we wanted to see, huh? Alright. So we're probably at the point where we're going to start taking some damage. I mean, they should attack with the 3-2, the 1-1 flyer, and the 3-3, right? At the very least. They'd be fine to attack with everything, actually. And there it is. I knew that was coming, too. So, yeah, I think this might be it for us, unless we can actually draw into something serious now, but... So this is why drawing a card's so good. Basically, same decks. We weren't getting that different when it comes to, like, the cards that were coming up for us. We're getting all the same stuff. Oh, this is... I don't know, actually... Let me just take the 4 here, because I mean they should have been more aggressive with that attack. But we'll take the 4. It only puts us to 15. It gives us a little more time too. A little too little, too late. But all right, let's see what happens with this. Difference between getting this card like on turn 3 and getting it on turn 33, I suppose, right? Yeah, nothing we can do. Okay. So we're going to take some serious damage here. But yeah, we have the same deck. We're drawing the same types of cards. The difference was they saw twice as many, basically, that we did. We did not get any of our card draw spells. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. There we go. Okay, well... Block 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 will be taken if I do it that way. Yeah, that's fine. GG's. I just want to see what we're going to draw. But yeah, when you wonder why is card draw so good in Magic, this is exactly why card draw is so good in Magic. Exactly. There's all the lands. They finally showed up. All right. Basically at parity, except they saw a lot more cards. They just got to play through their deck faster. There's the Water Knot. So I guess there's 3 in the deck. All right. Assuming they didn't modify the deck. Boom. And they're drawing a card. And they're drawing a card. Yep, Air Elemental. Yup. They could have an achievement. Maybe they have to cast blue spells. So, all right, there you go. That's how I feel bad sometimes if I concede, because I know people are trying to get those achievements for tokens. So, like, I kind of usually play these games out, even when I kind of wasting time. But all right, so that's the first one we lost with the blue deck, which I really like that deck, actually. It's kind of fun, but... yeah, obviously, we just got buried in card draw right there. Card advantage. Okay, so that brings us to our last deck. It's the white one. I have not played this yet. I haven't even looked at this yet. I like white as a color. What's it got here? Combat Trick, 1/3 lifelink, 3. I played against this, actually. I remember it now. Take Vengeance. 2 of those for removal. 3 Luminous Bonds. Wow, okay. This doesn't look that bad. 2 Pegasus Corsair. Yeah, this does not look horrible. I think I lost to this deck, so I can see why. Yeah, if we get a matchup, another one of these decks or something, I think we're okay. This is not bad at all. All right. I mean, the high-end stuff is not super thrilling. I mean, that's great at 8, but it's going to take a while. Sarah's Guardian is... that's actually good at 6. Okay. Yeah. 2 Sarah Angels. Okay. I can deal with that. Okay. Let's go. So we went 3-1 so far playing with these decks, only losing with the blue deck. Had a close game with the red deck, right? Real close game. So, I don't know. Like, these aren't a bad place to start. At least you can win some games in the whole ladder if you play this version of the game. You can win some games here or there. You're not always going to win, obviously. And as you collect cards, you're going to be able to upgrade these decks or just, like I said, just build something else entirely. That's very mana heavy. But But you get a 2/2 flyer and a Serra Angel. I think this is a keep. I don't love Knight's Pledge, but whatever. I think this is a keep. I mean, I just hope we don't flat on land. We could. Our opponent mulligans, though. So they go down to 6. Scry to the bottom. Okay. And we're on the play. So let's go. It's going to be a turn 2, 2/2 flyer. I don't hate that. And then I can even use the enchantment on it. Oh, and take that. That was a nice draw. Okay. I can deal with that. So they start off with the swamp. They could be playing the black deck. Maybe. At least I believe that is in the deck. We didn't see it, but I believe it is. Ooh, nice. Okay. Black's going to have removal, so we're going to get 2 for 1. But before we do, I'm going to hit in for 4. And if they're getting rid of that, maybe they can't get rid of our Serra Angel very effectively. And we have 2 removal spells. So, there you go. There's the 2 for 1. Nice. All right. But I don't hate 2 for 1s because you got to look at it this way. It's like I cast a spell that did 4 damage, basically, is what happened there. You just have to time it right. Enchantments can be fine. You just have to time them right. We got really no plays because we're not going to use that on the skeleton, of course. So these are 2 very premium removal spells in Serra. Now, Serra could go out and get destroyed. And then we'll have to live off the top of our deck. Okay. Part of me is almost like, don't play anything, let them attack him with the 2/2. But I feel like that's a little slow. Because they could still destroy the Serra. And still attack him with the 2/2, and we can take vengeance on it. And if they don't destroy the Serra, then we're still in really good shape, so who cares, right? That card helped us win last time. Yeah, see, I'm just gonna take that. They could have Skullduggery. So we're gonna play around Skullduggery there. I bet they do have Skullduggery, as a matter of fact. I bet they do. Again, I don't want to play... This thing could get a little annoying. Maybe I should hold on to this for something better, but... I mean, if it's doing 2 to us, coming in as a 3/3, and we can't block it because of Skullduggery, that's 5 damage a turn. Let's not do that. Let's not play that game. That's their last card, so they don't have a whole lot. No, and they don't have Skullduggery. Now, they have no cards in hand. I mean, there's nothing I'm missing here, right? That these things can do. Oh, and death. Oh, that's Death Touch. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's what they're up to. Or it's skeletons and zombies get Death Touch, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. All right. So, I think I just hold this. I mean, if I'm going to hit them for 4 and they hit me for 2, they can't attack with that, really. And this isn't going to do anything either. So, they're just going to hit me for 2 again. I'm not going to bother bonding that. Because if they get a flyer that could be a blocker, I'm just going to bond that. If there's some other, like, impressive creature, they can attack me with it, and then I can take vengeance on it. I mean, yeah. I used to play with this card, too. I forgot it was skeletons and zombies. It's a very good card. Now, they have a card in their hand. I'm just going to take the 3. There's no reason at all to risk our Serra Angel here. And I don't know what they could have, necessarily. There we go. Dead weight. So, that would have been bad. Now we're in a weird situation that we don't want to take vengeance on that because it will just come back. But I also need to slow things down a little bit because now we're only going to do 2 damage a turn. Could bond something else, but I think I wait. I mean, I don't care if we take... I mean, these two will come in. We're going to take 3. See, here's a flyer. This is what we needed to avoid right here. This is why we hung on to that Luminous Bonds. We only take 1. Okay, fine. Actually, I could have blocked that, right? That doesn't have Death Touch. Oh, well. Yikes. I'd probably lose the game because of that. All right, that's fine. We're going to Bonds this. Although that 1/1 would then become a 2/2. I don't know if we want that actually happening. It's a 2/2 zombie, so it'd be a 3/3. So even though I'm not thinking, I'm actually still doing good. Okay, Luminous Bonds that. We'll go to combat. We have a blocker now. And we'll just play this. Little insurance. That 1 life drain, though, actually bought them another turn at this rate. Unless we can get another flyer or something. Okay. Skullduggery. Oh, they don't have any cards. Alright. Really? Why did they do that? Not sure why they did that. Another tight game. Open the graves. What does that do exactly? Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a zombie. That's not doing a lot for them right now. What's this? Okay. Interesting card. I can actually play that next turn. That way, if they attack me, I play that. And even if they played a flyer, I still win next turn. They don't, though. Here, we'll play it. Take 1. All right. We got there with the white deck. So we only lost with the blue deck. Could we have won the blue game if I traced back my steps? I don't know. Maybe if I was a little more aggressive early on, but because we couldn't really deal with their card draw mechanism and we never got ours, I just felt like we got buried there. I don't know. Even if I made different decisions, I'm not really sure if I could have done much about it, right? You know, so yeah, I don't think I played that game perfectly in the beginning. I think I was being maybe a little too shy because I was worried about Waterknot, and I could have pushed out the Djinn, but I held it back a little bit, tried to lure out the removal spells, and it didn't really ever happen. By the time I committed with the Djinn, they drew into it. So yeah, it is what it is. But we won with the other 4. That's pretty good. So yeah, that's awesome. So I think we get a pack. Do we get a pack? Yeah. Should we open our pack before we go and see what we got? Guilds of Ravnica? Might as well, right? Come on, Assassin's Trophy. Where are you? Let's see. We'll slow roll it. So we got Guild Summit. We got Night Veil Sprite. That's a cool card. Guild Gates, Barrier Bones, Pause for Reflection, Samala Woodshaper, Wild Ceratok. All right, you ready? Oh, what? This is just as good as my paper pulls recently. Yeah, Assassin's Trophy is our rare. I think we earned that, right? Going 4-1 with just these starter decks, I think we might have earned an Assassin's Trophy today. That's kind of insane. So, hey, anyway, let me know in the comments below if you like this kind of video. I know some people do like gameplay. I know since I don't do a lot of gameplay on my channel, because I'm usually doing finance videos and previews and set reviews and stuff, there's not a lot of time, and box openings too. There's not a lot of time always to sit down and play, but I think maybe in the winter fall, winter might be a better time. So if you like this kind of thing, let me know. If you'd rather see other stuff, that's fine too. But until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.